Enterprise. A business or project. Corporation. A large registered company. Company. A business that sells goods or services. Firm. A business, often professional. Startup. A new growing business. Conglomerate. A group of different companies. Subsidiary. A company controlled by another company. Affiliate. A connected company or partner. Headquarters. The main office of a business. Branch. A local office of a business. Division. A large part of a company. Department. A team with a specific job. Management. The people who run a business. Executive. A top leader in a business. Director. A person who guides a department or company. Manager. A person who leads a team or work. Supervisor. A person who watches and guides workers. Entrepreneur. A person who starts a business. Founder. A person who starts an organization. Shareholder. A person who owns shares in a company. Stakeholder. A person or group affected by a business. Partner. A person or business working with another. Consultant. A person who gives expert advice. Representative. A person who speaks or acts for others. Strategy. A plan to reach a goal. Objective. A clear target to achieve. Goal. Something you want to achieve. Priority. Something most important first. Initiative. A new action or project. Roadmap. A step-by-step plan for progress. Vision. A picture of the future a business wants. Mission. The main purpose of a business. Positioning. How a business wants customers to see it. Differentiation. Making a business different from others. Expansion. Growth into new places or markets. Diversification. Adding different products or businesses. Consolidation. Joining things into one stronger whole. Transformation. A big change in form or style. Innovation. A new idea, product, or method. Optimization. Making something work as well as possible. Alignment. Making plans or teams work together. Execution. Putting a plan into action. Evaluation. Judging how good or useful something is. Benchmark. A standard used for comparison. Forecast. A prediction about the future. Scenario. A possible future situation. Contingency. A backup plan for problems. Sustainability. Using resources without harming the future. Operation. The daily work of a business. Workflow. The order of steps in work. Process. A set of steps to do something. Procedure. The official way to do a task. Protocol. A rule for how to act or communicate. Standardization. Making things follow the same standard. Automation. Using technology to do tasks automatically. Efficiency. Doing work with less time or waste. Productivity. The amount of useful work completed. Capacity. The maximum amount something can handle. Output. The amount produced or completed. Throughput. The amount processed in a set time. Bottleneck. A slow point that blocks progress. Constraint. A limit that controls what is possible. Backlog. Work waiting to be finished. Resource. something used to do work. Allocation, sharing resources for a purpose. Utilization, how much a resource is used. Procurement, buying goods or services for a business. Inventory, goods a business keeps in stock. Logistics, moving and storing goods efficiently. Fulfillment, completing and delivering an order. Maintenance, keeping equipment or systems working well. Continuity, keeping business running without interruption. Finance, managing money for a business. Accounting, recording and checking financial information. Budget, a plan for spending and saving money. Revenue, money earned from sales or services. Income, money received by a person or business. Profit, money left after costs are paid. Margin, the difference between selling price and cost. Expense, money spent to run a business. Expenditure, money paid for goods, services, or projects. Cost, the amount of money needed to buy or make something. Overhead, regular business costs like rent or utilities. Asset, something valuable owned by a business. Liability, money or debt a business owes. Equity, the owner's share of a business. Capital, money or assets used to grow a business. Investment, money put in to earn more later. Dividend, profit paid to shareholders. Depreciation, the loss of value over time. Valuation, estimating how much a business is worth. Liquidity, how easily assets can become cash. Solvency, the ability to pay long-term debts. Profitability, the ability to earn profit. Audit, an official check of financial records. Compliance, following rules, laws, or standards. Sales, selling goods or services to customers. Customer, a person or business that buys from you. Client, a customer who receives professional service. Prospect, a possible future customer. Lead, a person or business that may buy. Pipeline, the steps from lead to sale. Opportunity, a chance to do business or grow. Conversion, turning a prospect into a customer. Retention, keeping customers over time. Acquisition, gaining new customers or assets. Loyalty, a customer's choice to keep buying. Satisfaction, how happy customers are with a product or service. Demand, the desire or need for a product or service. Order, a request to buy goods or services. Quotation, a price offer for goods or services. Proposal, a plan offered for approval or agreement. Discount, a lower price than usual. Incentive, a reward that encourages action. Commission, money paid for making a sale. Territory, an area assigned for sales or business. Account, a customer or business relationship. Distributor, a business that supplies products to sellers. Reseller, a business that buys and sells products again. Retailer, a business that sells directly to customers. Marketing, promoting products or services to customers. Market, people or businesses that may buy something. Audience, the people a message is meant for. Segment, a smaller group within a market. Niche, a small special market. Brand. A business's name, image, or identity. Branding. Creating a clear image for a business. Identity. The look and personality of a brand. Awareness. How well people know a brand. Visibility. How easily people can see or find a brand. Reputation. What people think about a business. Campaign. A planned set of marketing actions. Promotion. Activities that help sell or advertise something. Advertising. Paid messages that promote a product or service. Publicity. Public attention for a business or product. Endorsement. Public support from a person or group. Sponsorship. Support given in exchange for promotion. Positioning. How a business wants customers to see it. Differentiation. Making a product or business different from others. Messaging. The words used to explain or promote a brand. Content. Information shared through text, images, or videos. Analytics. Using data to understand results. Engagement. How people interact with a brand or content. Insight. A useful understanding from information or data. Negotiation. A discussion to reach an agreement. Discussion. A talk about ideas or issues. Agreement. A shared decision or promise. Contract. A legal agreement between people or businesses. Clause. A specific part of a contract. Provision. A rule or condition in an agreement. Term. A rule, detail, or time period in an agreement. Condition. Something that must happen or be true. Obligation. Something a person or business must do. Commitment. A promise to do something. Concession. Something given up to reach agreement. Compromise. An agreement where both sides give a little. Settlement. An agreement that ends a dispute. Transaction. An exchange of money, goods, or services. Deal. A business agreement or arrangement. Partnership. Two or more people or businesses working together. Collaboration. Working together to reach a shared goal. Alliance. A group joined together for a common purpose. Merger. Joining two companies into one. Acquisition. Buying another company or asset. Franchise. A business using another brand's name and system. License. Permission to use something legally. Confidentiality. Keeping information private. Liability. Legal or financial responsibility. Recruitment. Finding people to apply for jobs. Hiring. Choosing and employing a new worker. Onboarding. Helping a new worker get started. Training. Teaching skills needed for a job. Development. Helping workers grow their skills. Appraisal. A review of a worker's performance. Performance. How well a person or business does work. Promotion. Moving to a higher job or position. Compensation. Pay and rewards given for work. Payroll. The system for paying workers. Benefit. Extra support or reward from a job. Incentive. A reward that encourages better work. Morale. How happy and confident workers feel. Engagement. How involved workers are in their work. Retention. Keeping workers in a company over time. Turnover. Workers leaving and being replaced. Diversity. having people from different backgrounds. Inclusion, making everyone feel welcome and valued. Accountability, taking responsibility for actions and results. Autonomy, freedom to make decisions or work independently. Leadership, guiding and inspiring people toward a goal. Teamwork, working together to reach a shared goal. Professionalism, acting responsibly and respectfully at work. Well-being, a person's health, happiness, and comfort. Risk, the chance that something bad may happen. Exposure, being open to possible loss or danger. Vulnerability, a weakness that can cause harm or loss. Mitigation, reducing the chance or impact of risk. Prevention, stopping a problem before it happens. Contingency, a backup plan for possible problems. Governance, the system for directing and controlling a business. Oversight, watching and checking that work is done properly. Regulation, an official rule made by an authority. Compliance, following rules, laws, or standards. Policy, a rule or plan for how to act. Guideline, advice or steps for doing something correctly. Standard, a level or rule used to judge quality. Requirement, something that is needed or must be done. Authorization, official permission to do something. Approval, agreement or permission to accept something. Disclosure, sharing important information openly. Transparency, being open and clear about actions or information. Accountability, taking responsibility for actions and results. Ethics, moral rules for right and fair behavior. Integrity, being honest and doing what is right. Fraud, dishonest action to gain money or advantage. Breach, breaking a rule, agreement, or trust. Sanction, a penalty for breaking rules or laws. Commerce, the buying and selling of goods or services. Trade, exchanging goods or services between people or countries. Export, sending goods to another country to sell. Import, bringing goods from another country to sell or use. Tariff, a tax on goods brought into a country. Customs, the authority that checks goods entering or leaving a country. Shipment, goods sent from one place to another. Freight, goods carried by truck, ship, train, or plane. Cargo, goods carried for transport. Supplier, a business that provides goods or materials. Vendor, a person or business that sells goods or services. Manufacturer, a business that makes products. Wholesaler, a business that sells large amounts to other businesses. Retailer, a business that sells directly to customers. Distributor, a business that supplies products to sellers. Intermediary, a person or business between two sides. Sourcing, finding and choosing suppliers or materials. Outsourcing, using outside companies to do work. Localization, adapting products or services for a local market. Globalization, doing business across countries and markets. Competitiveness, the ability to succeed against others. Disruption, a big change that interrupts normal business. Resilience, the ability to recover from difficulties. Sustainability, using resources without harming the future.